What's up, guys? Anthony here. Welcome to the third episode of Uncovered. You guys are gonna like this one. Hey guys, what's up? Sorry about earlier. I was just getting out of the shower. But hey, what's up? Anthony here. Welcome to episode 3 of Uncovered. Your semi-uncensored realm into what it means to be us in today's generation. Woo, yeah. So what's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's having like a great week, or had like a great week, you know? Mine was pretty busy. Yeah, had like 12 move-ins. So it's been pretty hectic. Hold on, guys. Been pretty hectic, and you know, but hey, it's life. We got to do this shit. It's how it goes. It's how it goes. Like I said earlier, I think you guys are gonna be really happy with this episode today. But before I get into my rants on how much certain things in life suck, I will tell you guys that at the very end of this episode, you will see the pair of underwear that I have from Love by Mini. It's my very first pair of underwear from the company, and I have to say I was actually really impressed. So I give you a little peek of what they look like here, and towards the end of the episode here, I will actually have them on. So make sure you guys stay tuned to see what they look like, and I'll kind of give you my feedback on how they are. So yeah, with that being said, today's episode, you know, I think it's gonna be a good one. Well, the topic itself is a very vague topic maybe for some people. I'm not really sure. But it's something that I thought we should kind of just, or I should discuss, because it's prevalent, and like all the things that I talk about are things that are prevalent, you know, stuff that happens on a daily basis or weekly, whatever, you know, just whatever. So it was either last week or the week before, I'm not 100% sure, but one of my friends asked me about, does one have to be in love in order to make love? Again, this topic is a real nut buster, I suppose. My take, we got it. It was an in-depth conversation, and I kind of had to express my opinion. Normally, I'm not one to voice my opinion unless someone asks. I do not care for like when people just decide, oh, I have an opinion, so I'm gonna voice it. It's like, no, I don't have time. But if you do ask me for mine, I will give you my point of view, how I look at it, and I mean, I'm not trying to sway you or make you change your mind. It's just like, that's how I look at the situation. So he asked me, does that have to occur in order for you to, I guess, use the example or use the notion that you're making love, whatever, right? So I said, well, I can't really attest to the validity if one has to be in love in order to make love. My argument was that I believe the being in love is more of a mental state than anything, but like everything that we do in today, like just getting up out of the bed deals with and ties into one's emotions, right? My brother, like I mentioned last episode, would like fervently argue against that, seeing as how he's a fucking robot and doesn't have any emotions. But if one is in fact in love, does everything they have to do, or does love reverberate from everything that they do? You know, like I don't think it works that way. I'm not sure. Maybe people kind of fool themselves or trick themselves mentally into thinking that that's what it is, and can be controlling or misunderstanding one's emotional or one's physical interactions with emotional intentions. So we got on it, and I couldn't, like I said, in this sense I'm kind of like a third person party, because I've never been in love. So I can't say whether or not a person has to be in love in order to make love. What my argument is I believe three notions of what it means to be sexually active was created for people who like to use excuses. And we boiled that down to three things: making love, having sex, and just fucking. Right? Okay. In some eyes, three entirely different things. And in some people's eyes, it's the same fucking thing. Right? So we were talking, and I said, and he said, in a sense, it's all different things, all having different consequences. Okay. That's how you see it. That's how you want, I mean, go for it. I, on the other hand, felt a little bit different. I feel as though in this year, 2016, and have been for the last ongoing decade or 2 decades, people have constantly debased what it means to actually be physically interactive with someone. When people want to make their condemning a little less painful, I guess, they use these notions by explaining to whomever they may be hurting or whatever the case may be. He stated that he told a girl that he wanted to make love to her, and she said that you have to be in love to make love. That's why he texts me the question. All right? And so he was like, I don't love her and I don't like her in the way that I would see myself wanting to be with her. But I just told her that, I guess because it sounds a little bit more swaying, a little bit more enticing. So one would more likely be submissive to actually commit the making love. But I'm just kind of like, doesn't it kind of defeat the purpose? That's like me having been in a relationship, and I go back to my lover and say, hey, I love you. When we are physically together, it's making love. But because I was extremely horny, I went out and fucked this guy because he was like right around, right? But don't be upset, because it's just fucking. It's not making love. It's nothing. You shouldn't even be upset about it. You should just, go on and do what you have to do. Some people use it as an excuse. I mean, and when you think about it, how many times have you been in a situation of the sort? It's just me fucking. It's just human nature. It's human nature, and that's becoming the revolving door, the revolving theme. That it's always just human nature. Well, and that's used to explain a whole lot of other bullshit that we can't get into right now. But that's the constant thing that I'm hearing. It's always just this human nature. Yes. If you want to reduce it to its basis form, being physically interactive with one another is as primitive as it gets. I mean, it goes back to Cro-Magnon and troglodytes. So that's fine, but we're not going to use it. The simple fact that we, as higher primates, feel that we are above animalistic urges should therefore negate, or make null and void the simple fact that, oh, it's human nature. You can't use that when it's necessary for you to actually get your point across. So, and I'll use myself as a prime example. It until quite recently, might I add, with a good friend, I hadn't had sex for years. Okay, I am human. Last time I checked. No, that's up for question. But I don't give in to animalistic urges. Yes, we are animals, and yes, we're primitive to that extent because it's the basis of who we are. But I think it's more of a mental thing. It is completely mental. And one can literally sit and drive themselves bonkers or try to actually understand it and not use that as an excuse when it comes to wanting to fuck around. Like, by all means, I'm not even targeting like people who are in relationships. I'm not even going to get on monogamy. That's just I don't even have enough time to talk about that. No, we're not even going to get on that one. But if you feel like you have to explain your actions or use the fact that it's something we do, it's because we're human type thing, then chances are it's not a good case. I don't even I don't know, like, how do you just do that with anybody? And because they make it seem so impersonal. It's just something to do. I don't understand it. How do you allow another human being, another physical being into you, or like expressing that physical interaction on a level, a magnitude that's just not even close to being copied with anything else that we do in life? That should always be a mutualism when it comes to symbiosis. It should not be just somebody I'm fucking. Like, I don't get that. How can you be so intimate and personal with someone and be so impersonal at the same time? I can't do it. I've never been able to. I've even tried. I even like tried to indulge in trying it, like doing inebriation and whatever the case may be, but it doesn't work. Like, I just can't do it, and I don't know whether to be happy or mad about the people that can do it, but I just think that no matter how small it may seem, or how just because it's human nature type thing it may look like, it's still personal. And that's honestly what's wrong with our society today. Sex is just the easiest thing to get now. Like, super easy. Just can get on your phone, hey, let's meet, let's fuck. Okay. Don't have to know anything about the person. Don't, always everyone's no strings attached, friends with benefits. Easy. But hasn't it always been the thing that nothing easy is worth fighting for? And then you have these people wondering why they're not in committed relationships, why they're not with anyone who loves them. Why? Because you're going out. I mean, come on. There's no win-win situation here. All you're gonna do is have an exemplary, climactic 20, 30 minutes, if you're lucky 45, of feeling. And then after that, you go home and you lie awake at night just sitting there wondering what the fuck to do now. So, I don't know. But maybe I'm too old school, too primordial. I don't know. I mean, I guess, like I said, it depends on everyone's perception of the matter. And in no way, form, or fashion am I trying to get anyone to change their mind or convert them to thinking the way that I think. I don't give a fuck. It's just, I just don't see how people can do it. I really, really don't. But I'm gonna let you guys think about that for 1 second, and enjoy this commercial. And when I come back, I will continue this conversation for the next 10 or 15 minutes, because it's honestly just baffling to me. But I'll be back.
Hi, I'm. Oh my God. Hi, I'm Leslie Howard. Hi, I'm Leslie Howard. Hello. Hi, I'm Leslie Howard, and if you're looking for a show that offers intellectual conversation in the utmost class and sophistication, well, I have news for you. This ain't that kind of show. See, to be honest, I don't know what my show is going to be about. It's going to be different each time you watch it. But what I can say is that you'll like it. Oh yeah, this show is uncensored. My show is also geared towards young adults. So every Tuesday night at 10 o'clock p.m. on the NYPS network, here's where you need to be. I like to keep it unpredictable.
Hey guys, I'm back. Did you enjoy that commercial? Yeah, Leslie's new show is gonna be sweet. Can't even wait to see it myself. Super excited. So yeah, I'm back for the final segment of my little rant that I have going on here. I had a moment to collect myself. Had to take a look back, take a step back and kind of just look at it, right? So, like I said, guys, I don't really know how you look at it, how, it might not mean something to you, but for me, I just can't screw. I can't. That's how I know I would be I would like really be sucky as a cheater. Like, I can't even do it. I've always had to have some type of emotional attachment to the person that I am physically giving myself to. And I would hope that most people would look at it as something a little bit more meaningful, and not something so trivial, and then using the excuse that it's because we're human that we're allowed to do it that much. Well, I'll do you one better. Did you guys know that random, facts, I'm full of them, that aside from human beings, dolphins are one of the only other mammals who actually engage in sexual activity purely for pleasure. Funny, right? Yeah. I interesting. I read about it a few years ago, and it was just kind of like, well, that's cool, versus all other creatures who do it purely as instinct and purely to continue the species. Like, it's live or die, right? Yeah, this is what I'm doing. I'm not doing this because I got a heart on and old girl just walked by, so I gotta fuck her. No. They're all doing it because this is part of life. This is what we have to do. It's the circle of life. Fuck. Mufasa and what the fuck was Simba's mother's name? I don't even remember. But they did it because it was a circle of life. It even said it in the goddamn movie, the circle of life. But dolphins, little crazy fuckers, as smart and as intelligent as they are, yes, they have sex purely for pleasure. But the discerning factor, the difference between them and us, aside from the fact that they're oceanic, we're land creatures, and they're weird, but I like them, and they have a blowhole, whatever. You know the differences between fucking dolphins and humans. But the one different thing is that they don't fucking go around and screw everybody in the goddamn school of their association, in their group, in their pod. They only fuck the person, sorry, the dolphin that they have been fucking since day one. So, completely monogamous. At least they know what fucking safe sex is, right? Dude, if I'm gonna screw anybody, I'm just gonna keep screwing the same bitch, right? Yeah, I would think so. But that's where us humans are. You know, you don't see Flipper running down, chasing all the women or whatever. Hey, maybe men too, you never know. You know, trying to get it in just because he's horny. No, he's with the same girl or same guy or whatever until he dies. But humans, because we are so highly intellectual and because we think we're better than everything else, we give examples and reasonings behind every little simple thing that we do. Yeah, including breaking the hearts of others, treating them like shit, and debasing everyone's character and their beliefs, and just because we want to feel good about ourselves for an hour. And I'm being generous with the hour. But I just couldn't do it. I don't see how people can do it. But I guess it's not really my job to figure out people. I don't fucking care. Most of the time I don't even pay attention to it. But I hate when people come to me complaining about their lives and complaining about the situations that they find themselves in when it directly relates to the way that they act. And how can you think that you will ever hope to find someone when you treat sex as this mundane, trivial thing? You know, like, it shouldn't be looked at as that. It should be revered as the ultimate example of that love for a person, like to express how you truly feel, but without words. It should sing a different song, like to it should be to the point where you realize that when you're touching another person or that person, you realize that you're touching the best part of yourself. It's not about, in that moment, in that instant, about your own satisfaction, but theirs. And seeking their satisfaction, you ultimately seek your own. Like, that's how sex should be looked at. It shouldn't be something that's so easily obtainable, like going to the store and buying a Sprite. You know, oh yeah, I'll have that dick, or I'll have that ass, or I have, you know, like it's just, that's what it's like now. It's like mail order brides. You can just order it offline and it just comes to your house and you just go in. Like, I don't know. Don't worry, I'm not gonna start a coalition or some fucking movement to try to get people to see my point of view on the matter. I really, really hope that within the next few years, next decade or whatever, I really hope upcoming generations don't continue to make the situation worse when it comes to meaningless sex. And I'm pretty sure there are so many out there that just really wish they would have taken a lot of those situations back, looking back on them and regretted them completely, you know. But of course we can't rewind time. No, we must learn from the mistakes, and that's truly what matters in life. When you're absolutely sure about or learn from your mistakes that you made and don't repeat the same ones, that's ultimately what it is. And another thing with, you know, treating sex like that, it tends to hurt the person who the people do it to. It hurts them so much that they become a completely different person. They become more closed off. They themselves may become someone who just goes around and fucks for no reason, when at first they really, really freaking cared about the whole aspect of it. And that's how I am. Like, I mean, and true enough, I've been scorned a couple of times, but I never developed the mentality that, oh, well, I should just go out and fuck people, you know, because I was cheated on or whatever. Like, whatever. Like, I think ultimately that will be detrimental towards you, not to anyone else. Well, and it will affect others, just like how it may have affected you if someone did that to you. But, you know, it's horrible. And then we get to that point where we are no longer happy with the ideal of love, and as being completely governed by our hearts and the emotions, we tend to end up being the ones left alone. You know, one of my favorite quotes is that those most worthy of love are often never made happy by it. And when I heard that, I couldn't do anything but just agree. It was the most profound quote that I've pretty much kind of heard my entire life. Those most worthy of love are often never made happy by it. And I have seen it. You know, in my 27 years of living, I have seen it. And it's such a travesty. It's such just heinous crime, in a sense, to have those people who are the epitome of what it means to be a genuine, nice, caring person who deserves every love in the world, just torn. It's awful. So I want you guys to think about that. I want you guys to, when the next time you go out to gallivant and fraternize with your friends and you see a hot girl or sexy guy, and you in that moment lose all sense of reality and allow your physical and hormonal imbalance to take over, I really, really want you to kind of just think about, is the next hour really, really worth all of this? You know, I mean, especially for people who are in relationships, but like for you single people, I mean, it's kind of not as bad, but at the same time, I still don't feel like you should just go around, you know, whatever it is. You should have a little bit more respect for yourself. But hey, who am I to judge? Nobody. So that's kind of what I wanted to just talk about tonight. Simply because they brought that, you know, question up, and I feel like I had to tell you guys about it or talk to you guys about it. But remember, as I promised, towards the end of my show, I was going to be showing you guys the new underwear that I got with Love by Minnie. So hang tight just 1 second.
Are you looking for urban, creative, intellectual, and socially forward LGBTQ media? The new National Youth Pride Services Network provides more than 1,000 live and on-demand hours of programming from and around the world on several platforms simultaneously, including YouTube, Periscope, radio, Apple TV, and Chromecast. With original programs from NYPS, the fastest-growing Black LGBTQ movement in the U.S., as well as from other amazing producers, you are sure to find something you like each and every day. For your free subscription, visit www.nypsnetwork.com today.
And here they are, guys. My very, very first pair of underwear from Love by Minnie. Don't they look awesome? Look. Yes. I'm going to tell you what I think about these underwears, guys. When I first saw these, sorry you can't really see me up here. Yeah, it's kind of hard. But when I first saw these here, I was kind of like taken aback, like, I don't know if I'm gonna like those. And it's kind of the way that they're shaped and cut, but once you put them on, you understand why they're cut and shaped the way that they are. I typically have a lot of hair right here, and wearing underwear that whose legs kind of come down a little further is very, very, very irritating. And I end up itching, and it's just horrible and everything. So I like no legs here. I love how, because I told you on my last episode, like, I love flexibility. It's awesome. It's great. You know, if I need to just kind of jog, do some crazy stuff and everything, like, I can do that in these. This is perfect. Has a perfect little pouch, so it's just everything kind of sits where it needs to sit, which is really, really good. The material is 95% polyester, but it feels amazing. It's almost like not having anything. Absolutely love the label. Absolutely love it. Love, love, love. And then the other reason why I thought that the underwear wasn't that great at first was because, like I said, the way that they were cut. But if you look, check it. Now everyone knows I don't have an ass. We already know this. But look at this. The way that they're cut, it actually cuffs the ass cheek, which I think looks pretty damn good, especially for someone who doesn't have an ass. So I probably can get away with just going to, you know, like walking around with just underwear on, right? Don't you think these guys, don't y'all think these look great? I think they look fucking great. I love them. And if you like them as much as I do, well, here is your chance to actually win a pair of these underwear. If you go to the link on my page here on the video, it's going to be at anthony@nypsnetwork.com. You can enter for your chance to win a free pair of Love by Mini underwear. If you think they look great on me, chances are they probably look good on you. So I will, on the next week's episode, announce the winner and let you guys know who actually won a whole pair. It's actually going to be red, so if red is your favorite color. This one is more of a peach, tangerine, pinkish. I don't know. It's kind of a, I don't know. Like it's like a lot of different kind of colors, but they look really, really good. But the ones that you were winning they are red. So if you are a red guy, hey, there's your free chance. Don't forget to tune in on next week's episode to see who the winner is. And if you are interested in winning a pair, all you have to do is click on the link and enter your information. So it's been freaking awesome with you guys talking about the shit that I talk about. And I am gonna get off of here now and get my week started. So I hope everyone has a blessed week, and salam. Y'all have a good night.